The Texans go 0-2, losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, giving up a game-winning touchdown drive led by Baker Mayfield. Look, in some respects, I'm almost glad that we lost this game because there are so many glaring red flags that I took away from week one, and to watch them all come true in week two. It's unfortunate, but it's also, I feel like it's necessary to showcase this on this team. I mean, let's start with the big picture things. This offense is not good. This offensive line cannot run the football. This offensive line is basically slightly better than last year, except you have no Joe Mixon. So I would take last year's offensive line with Joe Mixon, I think, than this offensive line with no Joe Mixon. You essentially were not able to run the ball the whole game. You were able to kind of suppress that a little bit with some screens, a couple nice calls here and there from Nick Caley. But ultimately, you don't have an ability to run the ball. There was one good play on the ground, and that was, of course, the Nick Chubb touchdown, which was one play out of the several plays you tried to run to get this game going. Let's start with the offense, man. It's absolutely pathetic that this offense is unable to rise to the occasion. They were being booed in NRG Stadium, rightfully so, because they're just unable to perform, to put points on the board. You go down, you have a nice touchdown drive to Nico Collins. Surely you targeted Nico Collins more throughout the game, right? No, you don't. Nico Collins ends up with only a handful of targets and receptions. The brightest spots on this moments were from special teams, the blocked punt, the 53-yard return from Jalen Knoll, and occasional here and there is from the defense. The defense got off to a rocky start, and throughout the game, they were unable to stop the run. And unfortunately, this offense cannot help them out at all. Special teams was elite. They tried to help out the offense. The defense only allows, 20 points. They try to help out the offense. But at the end of the day, the black sheep of this team is this offense. And I am done riding the Nick Caley hype train. What the hell was the play call at 4th and goal? And he runs a bootleg to the left side, giving Stroud two receivers to throw the ball to, making Stroud run left, flip his shoulders and his hips to throw the ball in the end zone. An absolutely pathetic and terrible play call from Nick Caley in the end zone. What else can we talk about Nick Caley? Why is it that Jalen Knoll doesn't get snaps on the field? Why do we give Justin Watson more snaps than Jalen Knoll? Second point, where is Jaden Higgins? Why do I never see Jaden Higgins or Nico Collins get the ball? And I understand the offensive line's not great, the protection's not great. Where's the quick passing game? That has completely vanished. Jalen Knoll should help you in the slot. He barely gets used. Jaden Higgins wasn't barely targeted at all. He had one nice catch and run. That was about it. In this offense, these concepts that Nick Caley is calling, these pass concepts are not good. They are not good. Defense didn't play elite this game. Defense did not play elite this game, but they played good enough. And unfortunately, that's the story of this Houston Texans team. If the defense doesn't play elite, you lose. If the defense plays elite and the special teams plays elite, you might still lose. But this offense can never carry the team. They never will, and they never have these past couple of games and couple of years. It is absolutely ridiculous. Also, Dare Ogunbowale, I never want to see you on the field again. Thanks, goodbye. I never want to see Dare Ogunbowale on the field again. He has missed multiple blocking assignments. He is unable to help in pass protection. He has cost us extra points. He has cost us drives. He has cost us games. Dare Ogunbowale, thanks but no thanks. Take the C off your jersey, and I'm done watching that. I'm done watching Dare Ogunbowale on this Texans team. That's one specific point. I've already talked about the two rookies who I'm told were really good rookies not getting enough touches. The run game is pathetic. It's unusable. And you've got an offensive coordinator who for some reason can't get Nico Collins and CJ Stroud on the same level. And he's got bland concepts that really don't work. They don't make sense. I am already about to jump ship off of Nick Caley. It's been 2 games, but he makes certain play calling decisions that don't make sense. How pathetic is it that this offense gets a blocked freaking punt and is unable to put any yards on the table? They end up settling for kicking a field goal because they are unable to move the football. Todd Bowles has a 4th and 10, and instead of kicking it and bringing out his defense, he says, you know what, I'm just going to go for it because they're not going to be able to score a touchdown. They're just going to kick a field goal. I'm going for it. it is what it is because they have no respect for this Houston Texans offense. Also, CJ Stroud, stop holding onto the ball too long. I understand the passing concepts aren't helping you, but there's been good protection, and CJ Stroud has been scaring me by holding onto the ball too long. He almost had an interception he threw directly to a linebacker. Did not look great. Just honestly, the way this Houston Texans team can be summarized in 2 points. The first point is they're exactly the same as last year with no Joe Mixon. That's the first point. That's pretty scary. The second way you can sum up this Houston Texans team is they have to have an elite defense, they have to have elite special teams, and even then the offense might not get it done. That's the second way to talk about this team. This team is not a contender. I have already said that in past videos, but I'm the point now where the goal for this Houston Texans team should be to win the division and to not get beat out by the Indianapolis Colts. That should be the goal. Just win the division. Focus on that right now, because I am sick of our Justin Watsons of the world, our Jalen Petries, our Dare Agumbawales. I am sick of these team captain, beloved by the coach players, get on the field, and they just kick the bucket and suck. I want to see our playmakers play. I want to see Nico Collins get targeted 10 times. I want to see Jaden Higgins get targeted. I want to see Jalen Noel get targeted. Nick Caley is not getting it done. He is not getting it done, and this is an absolutely abysmal performance by the offense, and it sounds like a broken record, but I say it every week. The honeymoon is over. I don't care that it's the second game of the season. These are the exact same issues we've had since the Rams game. There were some minor improvements. That's about it. It's just absolutely, absolutely horrendous offensively. And like I said, your defense wasn't elite today. Bucky Irving was having his way. Their run game was having their way with this defense. That being said, 20 points, you got to do better offensively. I'm sick of criticizing the defense. They certainly earned more criticism this game than last game, but I'm sick of criticizing this defense and sick of criticizing special teams when the offense is terrible, when you have Dare Agumbawales in, when you still have a few stupid penalties, and when you're not getting your playmakers the ball. It is absolutely ridiculous. It feels like this team has gotten worse since last year, and unfortunately they are in no position to have a bad offense. It is absolutely pathetic, and on that note, I am absolutely sick of it. Just completely ridiculous to get beat at home like that. You were the favorite by about 2.5 points, 3 points, and to just lose like that is so pathetic. Wow. Enough cannot be said about how terrible that was. Jalen Noel has an excellent punt return. Let's never throw him the ball, right? Surely our highly talked about second-round pick should get the ball, right? Surely he should know. Just have him return punts and that's it. Put Justin Watson in. Yeah, screw Nick Caley. That is absolutely ridiculous. I am done with Nick Caley, dude. I am done with Nick Caley, and this team will go nowhere with this piss-poor offense. And I wish I had a better outlook, but the Colts look pretty good. The Jags are at least 1-1, and the Titans, I mean, they're a dumpster fire, but it's Brian Callahan. What can you say? So, yeah, just absolute ridiculousness, and this team better figure it out. But, again, at this point, just win the division. That's all I got. I'm sorry. It's a bleak video. It is what it is. It's a terrible loss. And, yeah, hopefully they learn something from this, but probably not. D'Amico Ryans will just be all happy, smiley. Yeah, we just lost at home. Yeah, piss off. Get this shit together, man. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's really all I got for this video. What a terrible way to start the homestead. Just absolutely terrible, man. That's all I got.